like this pattern. Okay. Again, I will try and I will tell guys. So simple. So in your home, you don't have more devices. So that is because of you have a laptop and you have a Wi-Fi router and you are getting connected. Okay. So I will tell what is the reason. So how we are connecting. But before going to that one, so actually how it is divided. Okay. So in our home, first we'll try in our home. You have a mobile, or you have a laptop or a desktop. In our home, what we have a Wi-Fi router. Okay. So you have a desktop, then it is required a wide connectivity or some additional range. It is you have your own PC. Is there. In our home, we have a Wi-Fi router. In our home Wi-Fi router it is. So this is example like a antennas are there. Okay. So obviously, if it is a PC, you need to connect wired by. You'll connect it to your Wi-Fi router's hub is there. So the backside one point is there. Okay. Okay. So in wireless, it is very simple. You have a wireless connectivity means. So we can connect wirelessly. Wired means you need to connect with the wire. Okay. So this is again your LAN or WLAN kind of stuff. What happened to our Google server? That's a don't touch this. Okay. But you need to connect it to internet, right? So then, so you take a ISP subscription, right? So that either it is ACT or ACT or Geo Fiber or Airtel, U broadband, like that. Something has happened to this piece, you know. It's freezing my system. It's freezing my system. Just I want to finish. There is three topics at least, 2 to 3 topics. So really, guys, my voice, can you able to hear voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I will tell simple story it is. So Wi-Fi to backside there is a cable. You can observe if you are taking any internet connectivity backside, it will be connected. So sometimes it's telephone cable, sometimes it can be a fiber optical cable. And for some people, for like a ACT type, they use a RJ45 type of connector, UTP, STP, LAN cables only. But it will be connected to some junction box, and finally it is go to the ISP, Internet Service Provider. That is how we are connected in general in our home. But if you divide this Wi-Fi, because one Wi-Fi router what we are using in home, it works like a switch, it works like a Wi-Fi access point, it is a router, and it is a modem. So it's doing a 4 device work. That's why you cannot see all the devices what we are discussed here. Okay. So earlier, just before I showed one diagram, right? So that is what it is like if there is a switch. So we are connecting devices to a switch, and switch to router, router to modem, modem to through cables we can connect it to ISP. ISP is connected to internet. So then we are getting internet from ISP to modem, modem to router, router to our devices. I think my system is now responding somewhat. Okay, so that is a pattern. But what happened? So in our Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi routers are doing all these jobs. It means it's a wireless access point to connect wireless devices. In backside of this Wi-Fi router, you can see there is a LAN cable connectivity. So if you have wired devices like a PC kind of piece, you can connect with a wire. Okay, so your Wi-Fi router having one more thing, that is like what we can say built-in modem, which is we can connect it to WAN connectivity. Backside you can see WAN connectivity. So connecting with a wide type of connectivity. It's responding. Okay. The next one is right. There's a 4 devices we are working. So there is a hub or a switch inside your Wi-Fi router. At least 1, 2, 4. Some Wi-Fi router having 1, some are having 4. Wi-Fi access point like that. So to ISP is connecting. What is ISP? Internet Service Provider. It is connecting through either fiber optical cables or other WAN cables. So WAN connector, which is LAN connector. Okay, this is how we are getting connected in our home. Now we'll see any balance. Now you understand, guys, in home how you what you see in our home things. Okay, guys, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So keep responding, guys, because my laptop, my internet, and Google server all are in a problematic. If you don't respond, then I thought I am disconnected. Okay. This hub switch. Okay. So first one is I try to tell about a intranet. Intranet means if you are communicating within the network. So you have a server, mail server, web server, or a FTP server. Okay, so what are the server you are communicating within your local LAN network? So that is intranet. What is internet? The things are available outside of your network, not in your private network. LAN means it is your private network. So you are communicating in the LAN. This is intranet. Okay. So to connect in the LAN, we need a hub or a switch. Point to point, guys. Try to understand point to point. If I'm mixing up in everything, so if I do confuse, you can ask me. Okay. If you clear, tell me you got clear or not. Okay. If you have a doubt also, you can no problem. Okay. For example, if I have a wireless kind of devices, then I need a wireless access point. Okay, what I need wireless access point to connect wireless devices. So normally LAN, it is a LAN, but if you are connecting with if you want to connect wireless devices, that is called a okay. So what is this? This is our WLAN. What is WLAN? Wireless LAN. What is WLAN? Wireless LAN. But both are intra-networks and both are LAN only. It is wired LAN, this is wireless LAN. Okay. Guys, up to here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So you want to communicate to web server or A to B or B to C or C to A or mobile phone to this. Okay, so they are separated. But if you are making connectivity to like this, so from this switch to this wireless access point, these are all devices will communicate each other, both wired to wireless. It communicate. What we need a connectivity between them. That is entirely one single network. Okay, entirely single network. For example, you want to access google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. That is not in your LAN. That is outside of your network. It is in internet. What is internet? Networks of network. It's a global network, public network. Okay. So your APC or your web server or your mobile phone cannot be accessed by anyone in outside of your network because of there is no connectivity. Okay. So simple to understand. But you want to access something which is not in your network, which is in internet, which is in the public. So what we need, you have to subscribe internet. The symbolic representation of internet is this cloud symbol only. Okay, so what is this? Internet. So you can access like this, google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, which is in internet, through internet only. So how to get connected to internet? You have to take a broadband subscription from any of ISP, Internet Service Provider, Internet Service Provider. Through ISP only you can connect it to internet. Okay. No one is owning internet. There is no owner of internet, guys. Internet is a public one. But to access internet, so you have to go through the people who are make you connected to internet, that is ISP. Geo fibers, Act fibers, or a BSNL or Airtel, like that. Those are a Hathway internet service providers. Okay. From your home to connect from your home or your organization, your office, to connect to ISP, we need a modem. We need a modem. What is a modem? Modulator and demodulator. How can you connect to ISP using telephone cable or fiber optical cables? Okay. So why we need to connect? To get internet. You want internet? You have to connect it to ISP. How you connect? Through modem. So you are getting internet up to your modem. But this is your LAN network. This is your LAN network, your private network. This is public network. Okay. So this is your LAN network. This is private network. This is public network. With different networks it is. Your private, and this is public. Internet means it's a public network. You know that one, so nothing, we don't require that one. Okay, understand internet. Different networks, different IP address, different network it is. You want to connect between your network to your public network. What you need a router. So why I put a round for a router? It is usually symbolic representation is there. So that's why I kept in a that manner. Not oval symbol, it is actually a round symbol. Okay. So we are connecting to route. Okay, if you have a space, then you can design properly like this. So modem to router. What happened? Okay. So this is your private network, and this is your your private network means your network. You want to communicate Google.com, Facebook.com, or YouTube.com. You must go outside of your network. From your network to outside of network, you are going through a default gateway. Going through a default gateway. What is a default gateway? You want to communicate outside of your network. In networking, when you want to communicate outside of your network, you have to go through default gateway only. Go default gateway can be an interface or can be a device. Understand. So this is the default gateway. This totally called, guys, SOHO, small office home office network. Okay. In enterprises, they use different type of network. That is extranet type of network. So not internet, not intranet. That is extra net. So okay, intranet, extranet, internet. Okay, three things are there. Well, now we'll see. Yeah, we got it now. What happened to this? And by my page is why it is very smaller. That is good. Okay. Okay. Press switch or use it to create a LAN. Wireless access point or wireless SAP. What we are getting? WLAN. What is WLAN, guys? Wireless LAN it is. Router. It is used to connect between LAN to WAN, or you can say internet. No. Between one network to another network, internetworking device. It is connecting between different networks. Internetworking device. Networking device works with both LAN and WAN also. Modem, modulator and demodulator used to connect internet. We are used to connect internet to ISP using telephone cable or a fiber optical cables. What is ISP? Internet Service Provider. Guys, understand anything? And again, what happened? What happened? So, okay, so I got adjusted with your glasses. Normally, guys, in our home, we have a Wi-Fi router, right? In our home, we have our Wi-Fi router is there. What is the use of this Wi-Fi router? Okay. This Wi-Fi router is having a hub, switch, it acts like a wireless access point, means wireless IP. So waste one. Okay, Wi-Fi router in our home. Okay, it is wireless access point, and it is a router, and it is a modem. So 4 devices. It act like a 4 devices. One device act like a 4 devices. You know, not only 4 devices. Also, it is provided 4 things. 4 things. One is it act like a default gateway. It act like your default gateway. It is your DHCP server. It is your DNS server. That is a local DNS server. It act like your local DNS server. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Very good. So this is your small office, home office network. It is intranet, internet. Intranet is a local private network. So you are communicating within the private. It is an intranet. You are communicating outside of your network through internet. It is a public network. Okay, through public network, which is available in publicly. That is intranet. This is outside is intranet. Okay. You know, some people just for fun, they will ask for what is Ethernet and what is other things. Okay. We will go to discuss about this each and every device. Just before going to that one, guys, we have to discuss about a few things. Yeah. I'm adding these lines. You can see when you want to communicate, so you have to communicate. What is a default gateway? Guys, simple to understand. Default gateway is you are in a room. You people are sitting in one room. Okay, sitting in one room. So A, B, C, D. Amit is there, Aman is there. Okay, like the people are there, no? So people are communicating, like to communicate from A to B, is it required to go outside of the room?
No,
Is it
sir.
required to go outside of the room?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right? So to communicate from here to here or from here to here, you don't require to go outside of the room. Right? But someone, one of your friend is waiting outside. You want to talk to these people. What you have to do? You have to go through.
Go to the gateway.
So this is our gateway to communicate or to access, which is outside of our network. You have to go through gateway. Okay, gateways can be an interface or just an interface, or it can be a simple route, or it can be a device. So generally in our home or in generally SOHO kind of stuff, our routers act like a default gateway. Okay, gateway is a simple can be an interface, or it can be a route. Means this is the way you have to go to outside of your network. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What is default gateway? I said gateway. What is default gateway? You may have a multiple gateways are there, which is preferable. By default, this is the route. Okay, no other choices. This is the by default, this is the route. If you know other gateway, you can try, but this is the default. Okay. So default gateway. When we require to communicate outside of the network, then and send packets through default gateway. Our router is also act like a default gateway. Okay. Somewhere we need one step. This is a good one. Which is it? Okay, so now this is good. So we'll continue. So I will get back with this each and every device once again, guys. But these are the basic information. So here we start with actually my system that the Google server done this entire almost 40 minutes we lost. So it is to create any network or to form a network, there is a few things are required. First is required a connectivity. Next one is communication. First is connectivity. Next is communication. Answer. Okay, sorry. So we need a network and networking, right? First is network. To connect in the network, we need an NIC, and if it is a cable type of network, means you must have a cables, and you must have a devices. To communicate in the network, means in the networking, we need a logical addressing like a IP address and a protocols. Okay. The first one we'll see what is a NIC. What is a NIC? Network interface card. Network interface card. I have given all information. I told some points in a ISP also. Yeah, first is NIC, network interface card. These are all again, so to gather all these things, it's a difficult part. That's why I'm testing, make it myself easy. Okay, guys, any device wants to connect in the network, the device need a NIC. The device is required a NIC. Okay, I have a laptop or I have a desktop, I have a mobile phone, but to connect in the network, either it is wired connectivity or wireless connectivity, based on the connectivity, they need a NIC. Okay, NIC can be different things, wired or wireless type. They need a NIC, network interface card, whether it is a wired or wireless connectivity. So you have a PCA, PCB, PCC is there. I want to connect it to hub or a switch. So they have their own NIC inside. So I will connect with the cable. So it is my Ethernet. This is a net NIC. Okay. This is Ethernet NIC. You can look at that Ethernet NIC. It is okay. This is where you can connect Ethernet cable. Means your LAN cable will connect here, and this will connect it to your motherboard. So NIC to motherboard. If it is a normal desktop type, you can see somewhere this is a motherboard, not our motherboard. You can see this white bar. It's called a PCI slots. PCI slots. This is PCIe X, PCIe, PCIe. Okay, so you have to connect in a PCI slots. So they're showing so many things, but not my picture. The card into motherboard. Sometimes the motherboard, yeah, like this is the picture I'm searching. So inserting card into motherboard. In olden days, on motherboard, NIC is not there. NIC, that RJ45 connector, the LAN connector socket is not there. Still now we can able to connect like this. Okay, but
So
nowadays we have a
so I can show, if you guys want me to, I can share a picture.
not required. So nowadays, on our motherboard, you can see we can able to connect from on motherboard. We are getting this LAN connectivity kind of stuff on motherboard. So you can go to any motherboard back panel, back side of your system. So you can see the LAN connector. Even for a laptop also, we have a LAN ports like this. You can connect to that one. So that is the point I'm trying to say. So this is my LAN card. This is on motherboard. This is for a laptop. Okay. Wide type of connectivity. Either it is a separate NIC, separate one, to insert into your desktop or a server kind of stuff. So what it is? Not required. Not required. Okay, or on motherboard on desktop directly. When you buy a new desktop, it is not there. Even you can see in your laptop side, you can see there is a RJ45 connector like this. Okay, so wide type of connectivity. Wireless type of connectivity means you have a wireless devices like a mobile phones, tablets, laptops. We can connect it to wireless also, right? We can connect it through wireless. You have a desktops and you want to connect wirelessly, you can take this kind of wireless analysis. Wireless analysis. So what is the use of this wireless analysis? You have to insert this into your system and we get an antenna, so then we can access network, we can connect it to network wirelessly. These are for laptops. So inside your laptop, there is a wireless NIC is there. Separate, it's not on board, it is inside your laptop. So it will be connected inside a laptop, okay? And there is a aux connector, it is there. Okay, we don't touch it inside your laptop, okay? So these are all this type used inside your laptop. Okay, it contains an internal antenna. Another one is USB type. You have a desktop and you don't want to connect like this, or you have a laptop built in Wi-Fi that this is damaged. So, or maybe it is a old laptop. For example, mine is a old laptop. I cannot receive a 5 GHz signal. Okay, so I want it. So then I will buy this kind of USB. Okay, this kind of USB type connectivities. Some are with antennas are there for to get a good receive, and some are not. So like this. Okay. So okay. So guys, for wide NIC type, having a standard called 802.3 and ABCD is also there. Part. Okay. And wireless type of NICs also having a standard called 802.11. When you see 802.11, it is wireless Wi-Fi. 802.3 means it's a wide Ethernet. It is a Ethernet type. It is wireless. And of course, there is a 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, or GN, like this are there. What is that meaning? It represents a frequency and a bandwidth. So it is 802.11 means 2.4 gigahertz connectivity, maximum support of 2 Mbps data transmission. A means 5 gigahertz connectivity, 54 Mbps connection. B 2.4 11 Mbps. G 2.4 54 Mbps. N is a good one actually, and support both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz and 600 Mbps. AC represent 5 gigahertz with 1300 Mbps speed. Okay, so that is the table we gathered recently. Okay. So our Ethernet. So this is it is okay. NIC should be start from here. So no problem. This is this is also good. Okay. So for wide NICs, we call it as a Ethernet. Okay, or LAN card or NIC card. Generally, NIC card, Ethernet card, LAN card. These are all same only. This type of connectivity. Okay. this type of connectivity, this kind of interface connectivity, adapter. This is called adapter. Okay, all are adapters. Okay, LAN card, Ethernet card, NIC card. So these are all wide type of connectivity, guys. 802.3. In Ethernet, there is a 3 type of Ethernet cards are there. So one is Ethernet that support 10 Mbps connection, fast Ethernet 100 Mbps connection, gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps connection, or a 1 Gbps type of data transmission. Okay. No, Ethernet is a wide type of connectivity, right? This is the thing. So that is called RJ45 socket. Okay. RJ means registered jack, not radio jacky, registered jack. The connection. The socket is called a RJ45 socket. Guys, up to here, okay? Wide or wireless connectivity.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Guys, as I said, whether it is wired device or wireless device, to connect in the network, the device must have a NIC, network interface card. It is wired card or wireless card it is. So every NIC has a MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. MAC means media access control. MAC address is also called as a physical address. MAC address is also called as a physical address or hardware address. Guys, this MAC address is given by the manufacturer of that NIC only. I have a NIC, for example, it's not showing, but I will show you Real Tech, for example. This is manufactured by Real Tech company. And this NIC also having a MAC address inside. And who given that MAC address? The Real Tech company only. Real Tech company only. For example, I have a D-Link company is there. D-Link NIC is there. This is a D-Link. This is TP-Link NIC. Somewhere as well. Yeah, this is D-Link NIC. Whatever it is, okay, no problem. So D-Link NIC. This is also NIC, but company is D-Link. And this is also having a MAC address, who is given by D-Link company only. Same go for TP-Link and so many there are there. My laptop with from Qualcomm Ethos. Okay, Qualcomm Ethos. Like that, the manufacturer of that NIC is assigned this MAC address. The MAC address is in binary 48-bit and actually it is represented in 12 hexadecimal. It is look like this one. Okay, it is a physical address. What is the physical address? MAC address. What is okay? Hardware address or physical address kind of stuff. MAC address cannot be changeable. MAC addresses cannot be changeable because it is given by manufacturer of NIC and it is fixed address on this one. How to check MAC address of NIC? That's how to. That's the point. The next point is that. Okay, guys, understand MAC address, media access control, physical address, represented in 12 hexadecimal. In binary, it is 48-bit. And this MAC address cannot be changeable, and it is assigned by manufacturer of that NIC. So first one we'll see today. First, how to check this MAC address plus how to check IP address. Both I will tell. So check that. So tomorrow we'll see cables and devices. What I'm trying to say is only this. Remaining I will add the data. Okay. From command prompt also you can get what is the MAC address of your PC or your NIC. NIC having MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. It's a wired device or wireless device it is. Okay. So you can get a MAC address of your NIC through the command. And you can get your MAC address from in a GUI mode, means you can go to control panel and also you can get it. First command prompt wise is get MAC. I will show you how to get it. First go to command prompt, right? Go to search or run, type CMD. This is a command prompt, either directly open or run as administrator also okay. I open command prompt directly. I type get MAC. So it is displaying the MAC addresses of my NICs. I have two physical NICs, remaining are virtual NICs. It's showing both the things. Okay. We don't know which NIC name it is because it's showing under your transport name, means the original device recognition name only. Okay, so these are the different devices. So one of my NIC is disconnected. So that's why it is showing media disconnected. Actually, I remove my wired cable. So it is showing media disconnected. Another one is IP config all. IP config /all. IP config /all. If you put a all, means you will get a lot of information, including your host name and your adapters. More details also we are getting. So that's we will see. Guys, I have to change little bit. This is a public document, not public document. It is with your people only can able to access. But I'm not taking every details, only NIC details. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter. I'm taking these details, but I will remove few details from it. Okay, this is my wireless adapter Wi-Fi. So my Wi-Fi adapters. Okay. So it is a description about my adapter, that is Qualcomm Ethos wireless network adapter. So because I know it, that's why I can able to get it directly. I can see. Even I have a multiple NICs. How you know it? Because if you have multiple NICs, how you know it? Guys, compulsory read what it is showing one by one. Okay. You know, there are very bad way of learning things also there. Have seen people learning Linux. the trainer or a lecturer give a command, ls command, type ls command, output came or not, they don't mind about next command, next command, next command. What is happened, what it is showing on your screen, you're not seeing it. So that definitely cannot learn anything. Okay. Same way, you're checking an IP address, you're checking MAC address, whatever it is you are doing. So just look at it. It's a practical means you have to execute a command and leave it. It's not a practical. Just your data entry job. Okay. You know what is the difference between data entry job and doing something? Data entry person enter data. He never check it whether he entered correct also. He entered, that's it. Press enter button, gone, that's it. Okay. I changed little bit of my MAC address, that's it. Okay, guys, this is my physical address, means it's my MAC address. You can see my MAC address here. Okay. Next, this is my IP address. You can able to see my IP address here. I'll change few things from it. To avoid confusion and so many details, I'm removing some information from it. Okay, so IP config all, I am getting my host name, that is starting one only. For my adapter, I am getting my MAC address, my IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DHCP server address, and a DNS server address. Okay, and lease uptime, lease expiry. DHCP enabled as means I got an IP address from DHCP server. I got this IP address from a DHCP server. I didn't configure manually. I got IP address automatically from a server called a DHCP server. Guys understand? Yeah, no, probably you don't get it also. Try it.
Yes, sir.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So if you try once in your system also, you will get some information like this. So this is about a just MAC address, NICs, kind of stuff. But not only that one, so one more is there that we forget, that is from control panel, how to get it. So first go to control panel. Okay. So guys, when you do it or when you are checking it, okay, or once you are here, read daily. That is first important. Also practice answering, guys, step by step answering. If you practice answering, so you can give answer clear way. So network and sharing center, change adapter settings. Okay. So where is my Wi-Fi adapter? This is my Wi-Fi adapter. Double click, details. So there you can see my physical address, and of course IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server address, DNS server address, lease uptime, lease expiry, DHCP enabled, yes also. So this is my physical address. So this is my connectivity. Okay. So I went to my network connections. This is network connections. Okay, different ways you can go, but you can see this is my adapter. I done double click on my adapter, or right click details also. You can right click status or double click here. Click on details, so you will get a physical address, and then check the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server address, and this one. What we want a first one is MAC address. Okay, this is my MAC address. Okay, don't worry, I'm just try to hide things because I don't know how to edit in YouTube. In GUI mode, you can go to this one. Okay. It is about IP address, but tomorrow we have a class at tomorrow, guys, 10:30. Okay, 10:30, 10:40. Be there in a class. So then I will tell about remaining part like how to check IP address, cables, devices. These things we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay.